Maine's beaches are diverse, beautiful, popular places to get away from the summer heat or rejuvenate your spirit. These same beaches are also home to Maine's rarest and most vulnerable shorebird, the piping plover. In Maine, there are less than 30 pairs in the entire state, nesting at fewer than 20 beaches. Piping plovers are a pale, sandy color with a single black necklace and a bright orange and black bill. The males and females look alike and take turns incubating their 4 eggs during May and June. They lay their eggs in a small depression in the sand, defending the nest by luring an intruder away and feigning a broken wing. After 28 days, the eggs hatch. It usually takes a couple of hours for a chick to peck its way out of the egg. Within hours of hatching, the chicks are out of the nest and feeding themselves. They eat constantly in order to grow stronger. Within 25 to 30 days of hatching, they're ready to take their first flights, and at this stage in life are called fledglings. The adults and juveniles leave Maine in August and September to spend their winters on beaches ranging from North Carolina to the Gulf Coast. Piping plovers are at risk of becoming extinct throughout their entire range and are protected under federal and state endangered species laws. The piping plover's nesting habitat is scarce. Miles of sandy beach have been either lost or degraded by development, making it harder and harder for the birds to find good places to nest. Along with this development comes another threat: an abundance of predators like foxes, skunks, gulls, and cats that thrive in suburban environments. These predators are attracted by human trash and will eat the eggs and young of piping plovers. Although plovers are adapted to nesting in a dynamic habitat subject to tides, wave action, and storms, these natural disturbances can flood or wash out a nest. Sometimes the birds will re-nest, but other times it is too late, or they can't find another good site. Fortunately, piping plovers in Maine are getting help from many different people: dedicated biologists, game wardens, municipal workers, volunteers, and people like you are helping keep piping plovers on our beaches. Each spring, biologists locate the nests of the piping plovers. With permission of the landowners, a wire fence is placed over the nest in order to protect the eggs from predators. A mesh net is placed over the fence in order to keep out gulls and crows. The holes of the fence are large enough for the plovers to walk in and out of the exclosure, making it as convenient as possible for the birds. Here in Maine, we are working hard to protect these vulnerable species, and you can help too. Find out if piping plovers are nesting on the beach you live on or are visiting by looking for restricted area signs and fencing. Look for nesting piping plovers on beaches starting in late April or early May.
There are lots of things that people can do to help plovers. First and foremost, clean up after yourself when you're on the beach. Make sure you don't leave any trash or debris that might attract predators. Things like fox are attracted to small mammals that come in and eat the trash that we leave behind. So clean up after yourselves. Keep your pets inside. And if you are on the beach with your dog, be sure to keep your dog on a leash. And when you're on the beach, when there are plovers on the beach and when they have chicks, try and give the birds a little bit of space. I know they're cute and everybody wants to see them, particularly the chicks when they first hatch, but they're really vulnerable for the first 10 days to 2 weeks. So if you see them on the beach, just give them a little space. Watch them through binoculars or a spotting scope, but try not to approach the nesting areas too closely if you can help it.
You can also volunteer with Maine Audubon to help protect and monitor nesting plovers.
What animals? Maybe like mammals, things with fur, Maine fox maybe? Yeah, skunk, okay, all those animals. If they smell the food, they're gonna come here, and while they're here, if they're trying to clean up your potato chips, they might find these cute little guys and eat them. And there's so few left that we can't afford to lose them.
When we're managing for plovers, we try and balance the needs of people and the birds at the same time. Most of the beaches here in Maine have very large volume of tourism and summer people on the beach. But we've really been very successful at producing young for piping plovers and being able to accommodate human needs as well. So I think as long as people do their part and we do our part, we're going to have a successful piping plover program for many years to come.